You mentioned Trump. Can Trump win? Can Trump win, and why are the left and right so afraid of him?
Well, the left and right are fair. They can't be. He can't be bought, and it's also just a lot of the people who I talk to he's got Democrats voting for him, Republicans. He's got blacks, whites, Spanish. You don't have to listen to all that what the media is saying. The people, you can see people of every color are there. He was at a recent stadium that he broke the record that Elton John had for selling out the stadium. He sold it out. The people are just fed up with politicians from both sides going in, saying they're going to do this, saying they're transparent, do the opposite. They all look the same, and this is some guy who they feel like is going to give the politicians an enema.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I mean, both parties, the Republicans are afraid of him because he's obviously, well, Jeb Bush just dropped out, so he obviously challenged the main establishment Republican who was Jeb Bush. I guess the only guy you really have left would be Kasich as the main establishment type of guy, and I got to say, I would prefer Kasich.
Yeah, but he's got like 3 delegates to Trump's 61. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I think then, and the fear for anybody who actually listens to some of Trump's ideas, the fear there is the guy he proposes stuff that he has no way of enforcing, and his language is very incendiary, and to me this is frightening, and it's really frightening to me that, as you said, I think you see a lot of frustration on the part of the American public, but I think what they're looking for is a savior. I'm going to make America great again. So everybody thinks he's going to come save you. I'm like, okay, first of all, no billionaire is out to save anybody. Get real if you think that. Like, as George Carlin says, I love George Carlin, it's a big club and you ain't in it. They're not looking to help you up. I'm sorry if you're...
Really, Clinton and Sanders are broke? I don't think so.
No, but that's not the message. Now, Clinton hasn't been running on that message, and Clinton, we can discuss her at another time because I think she's totally misguided in who she's targeting. But Trump's message to people is, I'm going to make America great again. He doesn't give a damn about the person in Iowa, the farmer. These are not people he cares about. I mean, these are not his social circles. And the level of hypocrisy, the guy's, I want to ban Muslims, yet he has a home in Dubai. He's got a golf course in Dubai. Like, do you really think he believes anything he says?
But when he says he's going to ban Muslims, he says until we figure out what's going on.
But there are 2 problems with that. One, that is directly against the Constitution. 2, how would you enforce that? How would you actually, if you got a plane that comes into JFK Airport from London, say, a Virgin Atlantic flies in from London, how do you know who on that plane is a Muslim? What you're going to ask? I mean, you remember in the old days when they would ask you stuff like...
Oh, you're right. No, I agree with you. I wasn't saying that because I'm not...
It's an insane proposition.
Samuel Jackson said that stupid remark.
Absolutely.
About Muslims, like, well, here they go. Now they're going to go after every black guy because you're Muslim. Hey, you're a jackass, Jackson, because I got news for you. Cat Stevens, he's a Muslim. He converted. That's right. He's white. So how are you saying?
He's Greek, actually. He's one of your peeps. Cat Stevens is Greek.
White people won't switch to Muslim. He was. He's not one. So if you you can't say that. A lot of that's the problem with Israel and the Palestine. You go there, you can't tell who's Israeli or Palestinian.
That's right.
Skin color.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's the problem. He's just trying to be more protective and more vetting.
But here's the danger of that. This was frightening, actually. Over Christmas, some guy in Dallas went into a Muslim-owned auto body shop and just started shooting up people because he hates Muslims. Now, that's not to say that Donald Trump made him do this, but I think this kind of rhetoric is fueling the wrong fires. And by the way, the people he ended up shooting at the body shop included a customer who was a Christian. So yeah, great job, moron. But this is what we we have to be very vigilant of.
Vigilant, but you got to be vigilant that also goes to the gun control debate. If a nut's going to go do something, nut's going to go do something. It doesn't.
Well, that's true, but when you kind of fuel that fire, the same, and this is what we have to be cautious of. It's like yelling fire in a crowded theater,
But all politicians do that. They all say what they want. They all go to what the people want to hear, and they say it. That's the name.
You don't say stuff that's just so without thought. Like you can say things that are, that are phrase it in a different way that doesn't sound so insane.
I'm talking about without thought, saying things without thought. We can go with Obama and Judge Scalia because when.
I'm glad you brought that up actually because.
Obama was trying to stop Bush from. Oh no, let the next president do the appointed.
Which was wrong, and it's likewise wrong of Ted Cruz and Mitch McConnell to try and stop that now.
I guess Obama evolved again. I guess he switched signs again.
Would it be
one thing? When he's running for president, and he's done a million things he said he would do when he ran for president. He did the opposite when he became president.
Hold on a second. I have a question. I have a question that came in with Trump. If Trump's president, isn't it a little scary that Trump says anything he wants and thinks about it later? And could he lead us into war?
I think he definitely could.
All right. And yet, none of you got a problem with Obama letting Iran get...
That's not the point. The point is that Trump says anything he wants at any time and never apologized. There's a list of presidents, including Obama, that all have apologized or be careful and dance around saying certain things, while Trump says anything he wants at any time and doesn't care the reaction of it.
And think about this, like just as an example, and I don't believe that North Korea has serious power yet, but you never know. But what if you're dealing with somebody who's totally unstable, like Kim Jong-un? What if Trump says something just absolutely insane and little Kim over there pushes a button? That's not diplomacy. That's not how politics comes. The word polite comes from the word politics. You're supposed to try to be diplomatic and resolve things. Speaking, not bombing the hell out of people just for the hell of it, or instigating somebody.
I get what you're saying, but I'm hearing the same stuff that people said about Reagan when he was running for president, and we're all still here.
But Reagan didn't, yes, Reagan said stuff like the evil empire, but at the end, Reagan was able to sit with Gorbachev and talk like human beings.
I think Trump is not known as a negotiator for nothing.
Well, he doesn't negotiate. He bullies. Trump, you're fired. You're fired. That's not how you run a government.
Come on, that was a damn show.
But you know what? His entire campaign's been a show. It's been a big circus.
With that, did they? For 14 years. Now there's a problem with that.
But nobody has said the rhetoric that he's saying. Nobody has said this kind of, he doesn't seem to be willing to work with anybody. Oh, I'm going to waterboard people and then a hell of a lot more. I'm like, no, you cannot do that. Even the CIA said they wouldn't agree with him on that.
Andrew Jackson was just like him.
And Andrew Jackson was a horrible president. He's responsible for the death of thousands of Native Americans. Why the hell is he on the $20 bill? He's a terrible man.
And he was the first Democrat president.
He was.
Not a bill.
And he's a terrible, terrible person.
All right. But how Trump is talking is no different than Jackson did and got elected. And it's happening again. And why? I understand what you're saying. Look, no one wants a nuclear war or whatever. I get it.
Do you want someone like Trump with his finger on the button?
Oh, Dad. No, listen. The reason why we got Trump, and you can blame on two parties, the Republican and the Democrat, okay? And those two moronic parties, and I hope they're all listening, this is why Trump is winning. It's because of you guys.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The two of you combined are still not taking them down.
That's true. But people need to wake up. Billionaires do not care about you. And that's what I think. You have this this underserved
And not
underclass.
other millionaires running for president too.
But he is saying, I'm going to make America. I think that's what people are voting for him for. They think he's going to save them.
No,
That's not going to happen.
No.
And there's this great mistake in American culture that we think people get to be billionaires because they work real hard and they deserve it. And that's BS. Donald Trump inherited money. He didn't work for his money.
No, but-
And the money he's had, he's gotten through doing really shady things. He's filed for bankruptcy 4 times. This guy's not an example of a good person.
He didn't file for bankruptcy. 4 of his
Yeah, 4
companies.
times.
Yeah, okay. 4 out of what? 150, 60 companies? That's pretty good.
Yeah, but he usually sells them out before the company starts tanking.
That's business.
And, well, actually, I'm glad you brought that up. This is a great point. Donald Trump, you want to know how much he loves America? He rented his personal estate in Westchester to Muammar Gaddafi. Like, that to me, he's as despicable as Beyonce performing for Muammar Gaddafi. Like, these are despicable people who will do anything for money.
Now wait, he's not despicable. Okay, I have a good friend. In fact, he's the godfather of all my daughters, and his mother and his uncle worked for Trump. 20 years.
Well, let me tell you what Trump did to his own family.
And let me say, you're forgetting something. Everyone always points to bad things about Trump. Everybody forget what happened with Jennifer Hudson when I think she was the one whose brother and mother died, something like that, and he put her up at his place for nothing.
Well, yes, but he also had a nephew with cerebral palsy who he cut off all medical care for. Who does that to their own family? He had his father rewrite his will to give him the bulk of everything when he was diagnosed with dementia. Who does that? Like, when you're willing to do that to your own relatives?
You know?
Did you cut off your own nephew with cerebral palsy? Like, that's pretty pond scummy. But when you're talking about you want to run for president and you were willing to rent out your personal estate to Muammar Gaddafi, that's a little, this guy is all about money. He's all about himself.
You're right, because he did support the Clintons.
He did. That's right.
So, you know, but this is exactly what I'm saying. They're all bad-mouthing him. They're all coming down on him. But don't fool yourself. Every one of them would have loved his endorsement or his money if he wasn't running. Because they've asked for it before. Okay? And there's another show on this network. It started its 3rd season today called Eclectica. And they go to Comic-Cons. They go to the Jacob Javits Center. Trump started that thing. Okay? Trump fixed the woman rink in Central Park when New York City couldn't figure out how to put ice in it. Okay?
Well, but by the same token, I don't think Trump is also responsible for soaring rents in New York City, which makes it hard for average working New Yorkers to live there.
He's not as bad.